Hi, everyone. I'm Sweet Melba. Thanks for joining me for Sunday on the Porch in the house again. So, winter is really arrived finally here. So, thanks for joining me. Well, it's been last week was 6 months since I started the Sweet Melba channel. So kind of a milestone, and it's been a real learning experience. I'm really enjoying it. I had a few surprises along the way, just in, again, kind of learning along the way. But I've been enjoying it, as I said. So I kind of wanted to take some time to kind of talk about the channel and where my plans are, what I'm enjoying about the channel, and what I hope that I'm able to share with the content that I'm creating. And for those of you that have joined me, thank you. I hope that others will as well, because it's really, it's not just about making videos for me. I kind of see this a little bit as a legacy, but more importantly, I think it's sharing. And I think we all benefit when people share their experiences, whether current, past, or whatnot. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. So a lot has been learned. I have a lot in mind going forward. So again, thanks for joining me. One of the interesting things I've learned, and I'm really appreciating about starting my channel, was starting something new. I'm at changing, a different chapter, turning the page and looking at retirement this year. But this has been something new to learn. 6 months is certainly still new. And really being thoughtful about what I want to share on my channel and how I think it may be helpful for others. And I hope down the road that more people will share some of their experiences as well, because again, I think we all can learn from shared experiences and lessons learned. But again, that's starting new. There's certainly something refreshing about that. And I'm currently ending, my career after, 29 years. And not that, you aren't always learning something new, but this is definitely something new. To think, running a YouTube channel and deciding on content and, just really how I want the channel to feel and how I hope it's beneficial to others. And learning new techniques and skills along the way. So there's something exciting and, as I say, kind of refreshing about that, especially, midlife, just a new pursuit, getting insights and things of that nature. So I think it's a good thing. I think we all can benefit from learning new things, whatever that may be. So I've been enjoying the process for sure. And as a new, small, very small channel, the numbers thing, everybody always gets hung up on the numbers and whatnot. And certainly I look at that, as well. I mean, that's insight, right? But for me, it really is putting a lot of time and effort into thinking about my different videos and the different things that are going on in my life and how I can share those and creating something meaningful. And I mentioned, a legacy in a certain respect for me of being able to share those experiences and just kind of reflect on lessons learned along the way. So it's enjoyable for me, and I hope it's of value to those of you that have been watching. Thanks again, and those that may be new to the channel. I hope this is, if you're in that midlife stage, this is, reflecting on our accomplishments, our challenges, and but moving forward. Again, that meaning, but yet how do we move forward into that next chapter? What are the new things that we might be looking for? So, if you're at that point, what are some of the new things that you've been trying or things that you might want to? If you're already retired, maybe new pursuits you're doing, or if you're looking to retire as well. What are some new things that you'd like to do? And what have you been doing already? So I hope that some of you will share some of that in the comments. So, a little more about the legacy part. I think legacy has always been something important for me, just because of my interests and career choices and things of that nature. But, my channel being a component of that for me, and that, I'm not only recording and documenting my experiences I've had in my life. And as I look back on those now, what I think I really learned from those different things, and how those experiences are carrying me forward into new activities and new interests and more travel, as I've talked about. But, you know, we don't have children, and I've mentioned this before. So, sharing some of these, a lot of times we don't have opportunities to do that if you don't have children or whatnot. So I kind of look at that as really being important for me to be able to share some of that for those that come across the channel or find the video or are watching today. That how do we take our lifetime of experiences, and really think about those, find meaning in those, and share that so that others may benefit as well, or it may give some insight about something that they're pursuing, or that you're pursuing in your life. Again, I think we all benefit when we share those types of things. So for me, that's really a legacy component for me, to be able to do that, and legacy too, in the sense that in me looking back over different things and the different topics that I choose to do here on my channel, of what really encompasses a life well lived, right? And I'm looking forward to sharing more of those experiences growing up, and in school and things of that nature. That not only is that me documenting that, but it's me reflecting on that, and coming to appreciate what those lessons were, and giving it a lot more thought than I probably have. And all of that's been really beneficial, and I've enjoyed that part of the channel, in just spending the time thinking about the different aspects that I look back on and the things going forward. It just is provided more of a maybe a structure, to think about those things. So it has been, it's been helpful for me, and I've been enjoying that. And some things are coming to mind that, gosh, I had forgotten about. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So it's been fun, and I'm looking forward to that continuing as well. And a lot of my topics are the things that clearly are important to me, and I think are important to all of our lives in some respect. So I hope that my sharing, and telling some of my experiences and considerations and whatnot are helpful to others, that maybe you reminds you of some of those experiences that you had in your life, that we're all more aware and more appreciative, showing gratitude, and reaching a point where you may want to reach out to others to just acknowledge some of the things that you're remembering now. So I hope from that aspect that my channel is providing that legacy for me, but for others as well. In that, again, we're all sharing and benefiting at different points in our life, and how we have all experienced different things and what we can learn from that. So, again, I hope it's been helpful for others, because it certainly has been nice for me. I've enjoyed it. And another big part of why I decided to do my channel, is I would love to develop a community. That this is a space or a place on the porch in a rocking chair, or here, in the house in bad weather, of a place where we can reflect, and consider some of those things that we've done in our life, and how they have helped us live a life well lived, or experiences and people we've met and people who helped us along the way. But again, a community of those of us midlife, who are thinking about these things, that, we take the time to reflect and give ourselves quiet time to think about those things. And I think that's what, certainly it helps me better appreciate, the opportunities I've had, and, as I say, the people that have been important in my life, and what they've provided to me and helped me through, and mentors, and people I have mentored too. But again, my channel being a space for community. So I hope others will join the channel over time. And again, thank you for those that have been watching. I hope that you feel this is a place that you can maybe think about those things that our busy days don't really always allow us to do. So maybe this just reminds you, when I have a new video out, that, you know, some of these things that have happened in your life, and you give yourself a little more time to think about that, and appreciate those. And I think by doing that, both individually and as a community at our ages in life, that it is a way for us to find meaning in our life, and to, again, appreciate. So I think those are all important. So I hope that my channel will grow to be a larger community of those of us that want to look back and consider these types of things and share our experiences. So I hope you'll do that in the comments of, what are some of the things that you remember most when you think back about opportunities you've had, important moments, turning points in your life, things of that nature. So again, I invite you to share if you'd like to. And I hope more will, as I say, join the community. So I hope you will if you're new to the channel. So after 6 months of Sweet Melba, what am I looking forward to? Well, I'm looking forward to continuing the Sunday on the porches. That'll come soon enough with better weather. And I do really enjoy the space that I created. And, I love being on the porch. It's just a welcoming environment. So I really do look forward to getting back on the rocking chair, on the porch, nice outside with the birds and whatnot. But I'm also looking forward to, sharing more of the, memories and stories from when I was younger, and how I think some of those were really important in my life. What lessons did I learn, or what things or opportunities did I have a chance to do that, helped me grow as a person, and new skills I developed and new appreciation. So I look forward to sharing more of those personal stories, some fun stories about, when we were younger, and some of the things that really kind of, made us who we were, really. And of course, going forward, I'm really looking forward to doing getting into the full retirement sometime this year. I haven't set my retirement date yet, but it'll be this year. And the stuff that comes next, right? You know, how the channel continues to develop, the activities that me and my husband will be able to do with more free time, more travel, more, even just local activities, regional activities, going away for a while, and being able to share a little bit about some of those activities and those insights along the way. So if you're interested in hearing a little bit more about what comes next as I turn the page, I hope you'll tune in for that going forward. And as I said, starting something new, just really looking forward to how the channel grows and develops. Maybe I'll have a new idea or something along the lines, but it'll be fun to see where it goes. And I'm looking forward to hearing comments from people, and learning from you and your experience as well. So I think there's just a lot of that unknown, really, right? But I'm excited for that, to kind of see what comes next and what adds so much to our lives. And again, if you're interested in sharing what maybe some of your activities are going to be as you're moving forward in this next chapter of your life. But those are the things that I'm excited about and looking forward to seeing them develop even further and growing and being more rich with fun stories and activities. So I'm looking forward to that. So I hope you are as well. So, in closing, again, 6 months with the Sweet Melba channel. Thanks again for those that have joined. I hope that others will as well. But, it's all about, again, a life well lived. And how do we reflect on that? What are the things that have made our life a life well lived? And what are the things coming next that are going to just make it even more so? So, I'm looking forward to sharing that. I hope that this community that will be watching the channel will, find that enrichment as well, both in hearing stories and finding those in your own life as you continue to move forward into that next chapter and what may come for all of us. And I think the choices that we make, I think when you have experience behind you and so many different things, I think our choices change. I think we're more intentional. I think we're more focused on the decisions that we make and why we make them. Not so, confused necessarily. Well, which way should I go? But, you feel a little more confident in going forward and trying something new. And it may work and it may not. But I think we all, you know, look at those opportunities a little bit differently the older that we get. I know I certainly have recognized that in myself and feeling that, I want to try some new things. And if they don't work out, they don't work out. But it's something that you're learning new skills, new activities, new adventures. And again, we all learn from that. And whether they end up being what we thought they would be or they're not. So that horizon, as they say, is bright, but yet at the same time, you're kind of like, well, I wonder how this is going to go. But I think I am excited about that, and just seeing, what develops and how things grow and new experiences and whatnot. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So thanks again for joining me here for Sunday on the porch in the house. I hope you'll continue to watch, and I invite you to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content and looking forward to some of the videos to come and what comes next. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm Sweet Malba. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.